Collazo, man, one of my favorite fighters, and I just feel like you're so underrated. You're the guy who almost, hurt Keith Thurman badly, called out Danny Garcia, you've called out even Sean Porter. Why haven't we seen more of you since your last fight? Is it just the business of boxing?
Not only the business, but the way I won my last fight. I was the underdog.
Yeah.
If I would have got beat, trust me, I would have been fought the top guys already.
Mm-hmm.
But they say I'm a high risk, low reward, whatever that means. I don't even know what it is.
Is there a guy out there that how do we get you in a position after this fight? I know you don't want to look forward, but how do you get yourself in a position to get those champs? Because you're somebody out there who you beat a guy who was a big prospect. He was like a big deal. Vasquez, was one of those guys they were looking at, to maybe match up with Spence in the future or something like that. And then you come out there, you take him out, and.
But it's funny because if I would have lost that fight, I would have got a big fight. That's just how the sport of boxing is. To be honest, I really don't know, man. I just go out there and just do what I do, and that's entertain the boxing fans.
At this point in your career, being the vet that you are, what keeps you going? What is the goal at this point? You've been champ, you've reached the highest peaks that you can reach as a boxer. How do you keep yourself motivated, and what keeps you going?
The blood, God. He gave me this platform, and now I give all glory and praise. This is the place I can inspire people and try to shed the light that's been given to me, and I'm just grateful to be able to do that, and that's why I do what I do, and I love it. And I always say the day I can't get up in the morning to go run when it's cold out in New York, that's when I said, you know what, Lord, lead me the other way and let me know what's the next chapter of my life.
Are there any guys out there who just blatantly said, no, I'm not taking the fight? Were there ever any close fights or even in talks of? Because I know you had called out Danny, and that seemed like it was maybe something that was going to happen.
It's amazing because every time I call someone out, they became crickets. There was nowhere, you don't hear about them. They don't even respond to what I say, and especially for Danny's pops.
Okay.
There were several times I put something on Instagram, and he'd be the first one to run his mouth.
Okay.
And every time I said something, you don't hear people. Why? I don't know, but I'm sure he's seen the Instagram posts I put up, the tweets. I know they're seeing it, but they don't answer, so I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're afraid or I just don't know what it is.
Now, you've been in there with the best of the best, obviously. Keith Thurman, he's been inactive for a while. I want to know, where do you kind of rank these guys with yourself, as far as the welterweight division goes? Who's your roundabout top 3 guys that you see as okay, these guys are the guys who are winning the division? Is Keith still there for you, even though he's been inactive?
It's amazing because I don't know why he's been inactive. I know he has something wrong with his elbow or something. But he's still a lead fighter, man. Even though he hasn't fought in quite some time and people don't understand why, all we doing is assuming. And that's the problem with the world. We assume too much.
Okay.
If we don't know the situation or what it is in his personal life that's going on, don't assume, man, because assuming just makes matters worse.
So you're not one of those people that buys into the whole thing that he's scared of Errol Spence? You know how the rumors going on.
But it's always like that, man. I don't know if they're just trying to build it up or what it is, but nobody's scared of Spence. Whoever's scared of Spence is not a fighter.
Yeah, okay.
They shouldn't even be fighting, period.
Yeah.
We fighters, that's what it's about, competition. If you're not ready for competition, don't be a fighter.
I feel like once in a blue moon, these fighters come along and they have an air of invincibility about them. Floyd was he seemed okay, this guy's an unbeatable fighter. Same thing with Triple G when he was first coming out. He seems like an unbeatable fighter. I feel like Errol Spence is that guy now. Does he seem that way to you, unbeatable, or are there things in his game that you've already watched and think, if I land this shot, I
wish I would have got the opportunity, to be honest, man.
All right.
I don't fear no man.
Okay.
For what? I'm a fighter. Like, this is what it's about. It's competition. Like, you want to perform or you want to fight the best out there. And right now, Spence is considered the best in the welterweight division. Him fighting who he's fighting is not showing who he really is.
This fight, does it put you in a position, in a ranking, something like what can we expect afterward? Is there a line you're going down? Is there a sanctioning body that you're being ranked by? Anything like that?
It's nothing, man. You know,
Okay.
the Vasquez fight was supposed to get me a big fight, a world title fight, which it didn't. It just put me in the back burner, put me on timeout in the corner. This fight here, just let's see what it does to me.
We always appreciate your time, man. Always
Thank
been working,
you.
brother. Thanks.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure.